Happy Halloween! Linux utility work today. It's going to be a little bit of an interesting one. I probably should have waited till the numbness wore off. However, we're going to just power through. So if this, I'm not making fun of anybody. This is just how I'm going to talk for probably about the next 30 to 3 hours. And we're just going to have to deal with it. I don't feel like it has any middle side effects, but we shall see. The time will tell whether or not that happens. Just this right side of my mouth. The rest of it, totally okay. Everything seemed to go good. So, that's what we got. Yes. So do you? Oh God, it would have been epic if I would have dressed up like a Lynx penguin for Halloween. I have a little onesie, Lynx penguin onesie. It's so good. Yeah, it's good. Oh, wisdom teeth yanked out a couple months ago, man. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, nothing that bad. I had, oh, geez, I think I had 2 wisdom teeth pulled. Like, oh, dude, this is like 10 years ago or something. So I feel you on that one. It's not that bad. This was just a crown, and they just poked me and just numbed this whole side. So just something pretty easy. A little expensive, but not terrible. It's just 1 tooth, so don't feel that bad for me. It just sounds funny. And I was like, you know what? No, it would be hilarious if we had this on video where I am programming after going to the dentist. I think that would be hilarious. So let's just do that. We're just going to have an entire Mike Tyson impression the entire stream. Oh man! All right, yeah. Well, I'll check the old DM tier about Linutil. The Winutil docs for Winutil. Yes. Okay. Yes, we'll work on that. So we'll do that. I didn't want to miss my second stream of the week, so I was like, all right, we're gonna do Linutil. I promised everybody I was gonna do it, and then I was like, oh crap, I forgot. I have a dental appointment. Oh well, it'll be fine. So let's get on the desktop and start reviewing 84 pull requests. 84. What in the tarnation are we doing with 84 pull requests? That's just hysterical. So, yeah. No time like the present time to do some pull requests. I need some high quality H2O. That would be so great. D4, thanks for the tier 1, man. 12 months. Dang, it's a full year. That's amazing. I can't eat anything yet because I'll just bite my tongue, so I was like, let's just get the stream done. Dennis or the devil. I love it. No, I mean, dental work's important, guys. Don't ever neglect your teeth. If I could go back to my younger self, I would tell myself, wake up, brush your teeth. Before bed, brush your teeth. And floss on the regular. But 20-year-old Titus did not do that. And 40-year-old Titus is now paying the price with lots of dental work. So, if you're younger, learn from my example and go brush your teeth and floss. That's always a good thing. Yeah, nobody ever flosses. That's the tricky part. Unless you are an actual dentist, then maybe you do. But no, nobody really does that. Oh, And stop drinking soda. Yeah, that goes without saying. Soda's just the devil. All right, what do we got here? We got a refact CI spell check. Oh, shell check. Okay, what do we got here? Shell check. Yeah, I like just going star.sh. I agree with that change. Checking out sources. Check out v4. That's the way to go. Yeah, see, I never thought doing all this crap. I never really was like, I feel like the shell check was always better when we just do it this way. I approve this. I'm just going to dump the existing one and we're going to squash and merge. Just because the old shell check, I understand they put a lot of work into that, but it just never has worked for shit. It just hasn't. It's always like check the wrong files and all kinds of crap. And I'm like, meh. So we should probably go from oldest to newest. Well, the thing about, I don't know how it works in other nations, but here in America, even if you pay for dental insurance sucks. So like my out of pocket, like the total work I had done today was $1,500. I have insurance that I pay like $50 a month for, but they only covered $400 of it. So I still had to come out of pocket for $1,000. And I was just thinking to myself, this is kind of bullshit. Insurance is kind of bullshit. Why do I pay for that again? I don't understand. Anyways, side rant. Feet, Linux Neptune, auto clean, bootable add Fedora USB by Linart. Cosmic DE. It still had some bugs. Wayland and Cosmic's just not ready for prime time yet, in my opinion. And I just like to have something that works, man. And that's the thing, like, at the end of the day, I really don't care what operating system you're using, what desktop environment you're using. You just got to use what works best for you. And this setup, it may not win any cosmetic awards, but damn it, is it reliable? And does it work every single time? It is amazing. So that's what I'm just saying. You pay for insurance so you don't end up with a $60K bill. Well, that's how health insurance works. Dental insurance doesn't work like that. Dental insurance has caps. American dental insurance, let me just bestow this knowledge upon you. It is capped usually about $1,000 or $1,500 worth of coverage. Past that, they don't pay for anything. And I mean nothing. So you might be asking yourself, well, Titus, if that's the case, why do you get dental insurance? Maybe you have a really good employer with good subsidies and you can get it for on the cheap. But yeah, nobody in the private sector would actually go out of pocket to pay for dental insurance. So just a FYI. Yeah. Yeah. Dental insurance is more like a discount plan. That's the best way to put it. I agree with that. That's really good. 828 is a better implementation than the one you have opened. All right. 828. Let's go to 828. Drastic increase the operating system support by USB creation script. All right, remove inbuilt logic of finding Debian Arch installs in USB creation script and select it online. Let's just see here. By LJ. Oh, I like this one. Now that's legit. Dude. That's cool. Oh, dude. LJ has some bangers of pull requests, dude. I should probably look at the code, huh? I just saw that and I was like, I'm excited. Let's put it into action. So, utility create builders should just be. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to approve because I don't like how we're doing it right now. It's just like whatever LJ did is going to be a lot better. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my bones. All right. Get architecture. Let's just see. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that's solid. That is solid. We are going with that. Merge. And people say Finnish healthcare is free, but I had to pay 30 euros. Dude, you got to pay 30 euros if you miss your appointment here. Actually, more like 100 euros. What is the conversion on euro to dollar now? Shoot, at one time it was almost 1-to-1. It's probably like 1.2 dollars per euro. I'm kind of curious, actually. 1 euro to USD. Oh, I'm sorry, Europeans. I need to go to Europe. Dang, look at that conversion rate, brother. Oh, dude, back in... Oh, that's like back when it started. Okay. But dang, look at that. If I should have gone... I mean, that's still pretty good pricing. It actually dropped below 1 in October of 2022. How about that? Need to take a trip to Europe. Snow, thanks for the prime. Capitalism, it's beautiful and ugly at the same time. It's true. It's true. I mean, it's easy to complain about capitalism when it's you're on the receiving end of it. but sometimes it can be very good. Like I said, I've benefited greatly from it. So I have no complaints. Well, I have complaints, but you know, don't we all on any system? $30 a year covers everything. Well, you know what, guys? I have a solution. If I get injured, I just got to go to another country. It might actually work out better for me. We're good. It depends, yeah. Private insurance is insane. Nah, I mean, I'm not going to go on a healthcare rant here, but yeah, private insurance in America is nuts. Like, I looked at it, I was like, I think I'm better off just paying cash for my entire family. Now, obviously, I still have a day job where I get benefits, so I don't have to worry about this quite yet. But I'm talking like I would pay something in the neighborhood of $30,000 to $40,000 to insure my entire family. Out of pocket per year to insurance. And I would still have copays and all the other crap. 30 to 40,000 USD dollars just to have insurance that covers most things. So, yeah, that's kind of insane. So it depends on where you're at in the capitalist system and where you shake out. But I mean, there's always workarounds. You got to just kind of be a little savvy to get those deals, to get that decent healthcare. Let's see. Can you look at the theme for Linutil docs? Yeah, Docu API. I don't know if I'd use Docu API. I probably would use, there's one that was really, really good, and they just released an update for it. Let me see. It would have been, let me look. Go Hugo themes. Nah, Paper Mod was pretty good back in the day, but there's a new one that's even better. What was the theme? What was the theme? I'll know it when I see it. If you're looking for documentation themes for your open source project, this is just an absolute banger of a theme. I think it was Relearn. Yeah. Relearn is, yeah, this is it. Check this theme out, Caleb. This is what you should use. Now, obviously, change the colors and stuff. Don't get too in the weeds on how it looks, because you can change all that in Hugo. It's more about getting like a good foundation. And I remember looking at the code from Relearn, and it was really, really good. Here, I'll link it in chat. Yeah. So that's the one I'd probably go. Oh, we were using that in WinUtil. Well, there you go. But yeah, that's a really good one for most of the documentation themes. There's just so many really neat additions to it. And I think it used PaperMod and some other ones for a base, and then it kind of took its life of its own. And I remember I was really impressed when I dug into the code and the structure of Relearn theme from Hugo. So if you are looking for documentation on an open source project, I think that one's pretty darn good. Does LinUtil support Zipper? Kind of. We're working on it. We're working on it. Add Waterfox browser. All right, let's oh, can I sort by approved? Because I think Adam was going through and approving the changes. Okay, Adam approved this one. All right, let's approve and run. And then let's look at the code. Because Adam, I let him go through and he could purge like old crappy PRs and stuff like that. I don't know about letting anybody else accept a pull request. The main reason for that being is kind of like my name's tied to this, and I just like having that specific final say before any code's committed to the main project. And I have a hard time letting that go. So I just need to spend more time on it. All right, let's look good. We're adding Waterfox browser. Any suggestions from the chat for a home Linux server to replace an aging Windows server? What are you using your server for, William? I am curious. What are you using your server for? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Nav. Well, this is just browsers. And people are like religious about browsers. All right, Fish Bash Dependencies by Jeeve. Jeeve's a good programmer. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, Adam did approve this one. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. Like it. Let's go. All right, let's go here. Make command exists and interpret multiple values. Okay, approve. Let's get that merged in. Thank you for pointing that out to me, Jeeves. I'm a little loopy today, so we're gonna get some stuff done today. We got some Adam pull requests. We'll get some docs going. Stable branch, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you know what? I've never seen this in Markdown. I kind of want to see what that looks like. This is under the security.markdown, reporting a vulnerability. Yes. Yeah, well, I think I just copy pasted a default template just so I could have a security policy on the project. I like to have green checkboxes on GitHub, and they like having security policies and having like a report system in case someone found like a crazy vulnerability. Although, like, I do get a lot of emails from people. They're like, your website has a vulnerability. If you found this helpful, please donate to my PayPal here. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm not trying to do like a bug hunt service and pay people like thousands of dollars. I don't have that kind of money. I appreciate people looking at my stuff and letting me know if something's insecure, but past that, I really, yeah. Okay, I think the best way to tackle app install is to create a function to install whatever the user puts in the sum folder config file. To manage it this way, everyone has their own custom installer and list. I don't know why I said all those words, but they didn't make any sense in my brain. I didn't go in the old brain hole there. Just in and out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They hacked my... on Cloudflare. I've had that happen before, too. My favorite ransom I think I've ever gotten is the old Bitcoin thing. The one where they're like, we've seen your shady browser history, and if you don't pay us 1.5 Bitcoins now, we're going to expose your browser history to everyone you know and all the neighbors around. And then they get on Google Maps, and then they spin the Google Map thing around and then take a picture of your house, and they like look you up, and then they try and extort you. It's pretty funny. It happened to Mudahar too over on Ordinary Gamers, and he made a video about it. I was like, I had that happen to me too. That's hilarious. It's such a classic. Oh. All right, continuing on. Bob, thanks for the Prime. 4 months. All right. GitHub release notes not working. You know what? This has been bugging me for ages. I think on WinUtil, I just removed the entire, what is it? I got rid of the entire, release drafter, I think it was, action. Kept screwing up, and I was just like, forget it. I'm just going to use the built-in one from GitHub. So we'll go ahead and grab that from Adam. I'm sure whatever, it's going to probably be better than whatever's there. Fix Waydroid setup, not installing DKMS on Arch. So this is like Android compatibility with Arch Linux. You have to have the library or headers files, yeah, for that, and also DKMS, which was not there. Yeah, thanks, Adam. That looks good to me. Let's get that going. Niz, thanks for the Prime. 2nd month, all right, already. I want to use Microwin to make a new Windows image, but I don't have a working Windows installation. Do I really have to install Windows just to use Microwin? Yeah. Yeah, kind of hard to use it without Windows. Microwin relies on DISM and a lot of Windows tools that are baked in. So, yeah, you got to have the Windows instance. Straight up. So, probably the best way to do that. Oh, you know, this is an idea. We could do like a portable environment with Windows. Almost like a like a Hiren's probably kind of deal. Hell, Hiren's might be able to run WinUtil. We might have to try that out. Hiren's has been around forever, though. That's like 2 decades old at this point. Yeah. Yeah, the problem with creating a portable environment with Windows is that's considered redistribution of the operating system, and that's illegal. So that's the problem. Like Hiren's works in a very, very gray area, and that can be very bad. So that's why I kind of stay away from that stuff. And you got to watch the legal side of things, because I ain't trying to go into prison, man. I got a family. You know what I'm saying? Cold Toast, thanks for the prime. Hype train just started. Sweet. I remember using Hiren's the first time in middle school. Yeah, it's been around for a long time. Do you want to distro hop again? You know, I always like trying new stuff, but you know, I've really enjoyed Arch. It almost feels like after you've been on Linux for a certain period of time, everyone always ends up usually on Arch Linux after like 5 years. Or there's probably some programmers that want something a little more stable, so they'll go with like a Mint or a Debian, just vanilla Debian install, and they just don't mind having a little bit of older packages. So I think both those are valid. Hey Chris, new to the channel, love your content. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Windows PE, yeah. Windows PE can't redistribute though, so I don't believe you can redistribute that, because it's considered redistribution of the binaries. I know Hiren's has done it for decades, but I don't think they've ever requested money or anything like that. And if they go after you, it could be bad. And I haven't been exactly kind to Microsoft, so there's plenty of people up there that probably will get pissed off at me. All right, let's see. Update the roadmap. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think that's good. I like that. Thanks. Let's just get that out of the way. What is the last time you tried Slackware? You know, White Coat, I don't think I've ever daily driven Slackware. I've installed it before, but I never really daily drove it. And not having like a really in-depth package manager, and I don't feel like building everything from scratch or a lot of things from source. I'm just not a fan, you know? It's like Gentoo. It's like, but Gentoo actually releases binaries now. So you can actually download it from, what is it, eMerge, the package manager or whatever. But even still, I ain't trying to spend more time. NeoVim config prompt. Made a setup of dot files has an option. You can only install neopin dependencies. Okay. Entry from there. Let's see what we got. Installing NeoVim, case packer. I guess we got a couple spaces that were added, so nothing big there. Docs prompt. Do you want to install Titus's NeoVim? Yes, no. I mean, why? Like, here's the thing, guys. You click on it, you want that shit to install. Like, why are you adding an extra prompt? Like, Like, it's extra key presses to the end user that just makes it cumbersome. And prompts just annoy me. Deny this PR. But I think the whole purpose of this was, do you want to install the configs? But if you're going to install NeoVim, guys, just install NeoVim, right? Like, why wouldn't you just... I don't understand. Let me think about this. Yeah, like, if you're rolling your own NeoVim, why the hell would you use my NeoVim install? Yeah, we're just going to close that one. Just my thought process. Let's keep going. I still appreciate all the PRs, guys. Don't get me wrong here. It's just, you know, I think some people can get offended because sometimes I'm just very, very blunt or direct. But it's not like I'm making fun of you or anything. It's just sometimes it just doesn't jive, and I'm just going brain to the message, and I don't like to sugarcoat things. So I just like, here's what I'm thinking. Boom. Send, go. And when we got 80 something PRs, I don't really have time to sugarcoat stuff. So that's kind of what's up. Yeah, I mean, it fits all persons, but I mean, if you're going to install like blanket NeoVim, you don't need a tool to install NeoVim. Launching the tool and then going all the way to NeoVim to install just the base package with no configs. Why? That's the thing. That's just what I'm thinking. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's supposed to be an app repository. No. LinUtil is not supposed to be an app repository. LinUtil is supposed to be a tool that you launch to do things faster. When you can install one app faster without the utility, why the hell are you using the utility? Right? That's the whole purpose of the utility is to make things faster, to make things easier. That's it. That is the mission statement of Linux utility. Faster, more efficient. If you're not faster or more efficient than what you're putting into Linux utility, it should be denied, kicked out, removed, whatever. Faster, more efficient, just easier for the end user. That's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to go, hey, this usually takes me 5 to 10 minutes to do on Linux, and that sucks. That's the aim for Linux utility. If it doesn't do that and it doesn't check that box, what are we doing? What are we doing? Will you ever try Arch testing? Absolutely not. All right, let's see. Run Rust checks on all cargo toml changes. Ah, I see. Yeah, so just a GitHub action addition. We'll get that going. And replace build date and cargo version. This makes builds reproducible. Reproducerbuilds.org is why this is good. This is an alternate solution to this. Resolves that. Requested changes. Thanks for the tutorial. We could also remove the whole build.rs from file here and use cargo package version. Thanks. I'll close the other PR. Boom. You close that. Atom approved. The build dependency should also be removed. Ah, yes, Liam's right. And look at everybody just get along, making the project better. Man, brings joy to my heart. Let's see what we got. All right, that looks great. Removal of build.rs, state.rs, just adding a few things, changing cargo package version, and reproducible builds is up and going. Dude, awesome. Let's go. All right, so now that we've done like 15 or so pull requests, let's go ahead and do a build. Just to grab these changes, right? Making sure we don't blow something up. I'll take a look at NYX's final APR. A lot of bug fixes, UX improvements. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Let's start from oldest to newest. Organize shortcut list like a grid-like pattern. Okay. Let's see what we got. Show me the magic. All right, he's launching Linux utility. Oh. That is much better. Bro, look at that. That's next level. Nice. Let's look at the code. So hint.rs is changing a little bit. Changing that. Put in a structure. Got columns and rows now instead of just lines. Got a nice little for loop. Spanning that. Adding some spacing. And then specifying max width and height. Going a little bit more here. So now it will error out if you don't have a big enough screen. Dude. Nice. Let's take a look here. So what it looks like now, right? Ugly. Oh, we got some conflicts. What do we got? All right, let's just fix that. Let's just take this guy and put that there. That was from an earlier one. I know I shouldn't do this in a browser, but it's fine. It's fine. I've been reading the pull requests as I do them, right? Oh. Leave. Leave. Alrighty. Already resolved. You beat me to it. You probably updated it to get that cargo package version from the past PR I just did. Ah, look at you. Just beautiful. Perfect. Perfection. I like it. Ah, you already resolved that. I got you. All right, let's just pull that. Cargo run. Now we should have a beautiful grid-like pattern on the bottom here. Oh, man, that is just plain sexy. Instead of that ugly just blah at the bottom. Just the little things in life, right? All right, next. Fix color bleeding. What is this? So there's a color bleed that happens before and after. Oh, dude. That is so minor. I would have never saw this in 1,000 years. But kind of cool. Look at that spot. Look at the attention to detail here. I would have never saw this. That's the same picture. To the untrained eye. But look at this. You see, the blue bleeds over into this line because of the floating window, so it colors the important actions guide. But now, with this fix, it no longer, the floating one is actually on front of it, and it doesn't bleed this color into the line. Big brain moves going on here. Let's go and look at what happened. So he's doing the render widget first, clearing the area, and then redrawing it. Ah, yes. Yes, of course. We will approve that. Such a simple fix, yet just those little things that add up over time that really make the difference. Return user to previous position if they have an exit on a subdirectory. All right, takes user back to previous position when they exit a thing. Man, look at all these examples. I gotta say, the quality of the PRs has risen dramatically in LinUtil from when we started. I'm gonna have to watch that again. I was just yapping and not paying attention. Okay. Request the changes. It's best that we keep them separated. Basically unnecessary making a heap allocation. Yeah, we should use the stack, not the heap. Gosh. Scrubs. Sorry, I see no performance impact. Well, yeah. All right, let's see what we got. Refactored. Thanks for merging the commit. All right. I like it. I like it. Do you think it's a good idea to do a pre-release halfway through the PRs? Maybe. We'll see how far we get. That's where the pre-release is going to happen. What's Facebook's motto? Move fast and break things. They had a good motto, right? Facebook never did anything evil or wrong. All right. Sorry. Ow. I will say doing all this yapping has really helped loosen up all that dental stuff. It's starting to come through now. Starting to get some feeling back in the old gums. Yeah, so we got that. We got U size for the stack. So we are doing a stack allocation instead of a... No. Yep. Instead of heap. Good. All right. Set the target to at least 40 PRs. Yeah. I like your style. Not a root canal. This was just so I didn't need to do a build up on it. It was just a crown. I had like 3 cavities in this tooth, so it started getting kind of like a little bit not good. So they just like shaved off the top part of the tooth, and they threw a temp on there, and then they go back in like 3 weeks and they toss another crown on it. And then everything's right as rain. Why protect the branch if you just bypass the merge every time? This is a good question, Dathis. So what I did was some of like Adam and stuff, I added him as a contributor, or not a contributor, collaborator, I think is how, I can't remember the terminology on GitHub, but I made it to where he can't merge pull requests, but he can close pull requests. So that's really important. So he can kind of clean up and go, this is a terrible pull request, we're taking it down. So then I don't have to waste my time looking at it. So he's kind of going through approving and closing some PRs, which helps me out a lot. And that's why we have a protected branch. So I could add collaborators that can do other things, but I still want the final voice on actually merging the PR. So that's why I bypass it. I probably could set this up a little bit different and not have the warning every time, but you know, Baby steps. Baby steps. Next one. Sort entries alphabetically. Yeah. I like that. Getting a gold crown. That would be awesome. Just get some gold teeth. I like it. Teach your children to just not eat anything with added sugar. They will thank you. Yeah, no doubt. Peter, there's no avoiding adding sugar here in America. You can only limit it. There's sugar in literally everything. Meld, Ingrok, Codium, VS Code, Sublime. So, where's developer tools going? Oh, I got you. He's just reorganizing it a little bit. I got you. I see. It's not. For a second, I thought he coded something to read the TOML file and then automatically alphabetize it, so we didn't have to sit there and keep organizing it like that. Alas, it is more simple. Allow scrolling past last entry, first entry. Okay. Warps the user to the top and bottom of the depending where they're at. I like it. Let's see what we got. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. Empty the... That's funny. Yeah. Then we got more. Man, you guys were going back and forth for a bit. There we go. Adam got it. That's funny. All right, cool. Y'all are hilarious. Okay, keep going. All right. We got J down, scroll down, and then we pop to the top. Okay. Nice. Okay, great. Do you know there's default aliases in cargo? You can do cargo R instead of run, or cargo B. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. I just keep typing the full thing. Did you watch UFC? I don't really watch much TV. I'm just like a giant nerd. I'm just on the computer nonstop, and if I'm not on the computer, usually I'm like working out or something. I'm trying to think, what else do I do? What was the last show I watched? Dude, I don't even know. Yeah, no, I'm just on the computer all the time. Probably not great for my posture, I gotta say. Maybe, what's everybody's opinion on those damn yoga balls? Does that actually help your posture? I feel like I would just be slumped over even more. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I love me some. Age of Empires 4 is like my favorite jam for the past off time. Yeah. Oh man, that feels so good. Look at that. Oh God, bless America. That's amazing. All right. Ah, I see. So there's a resize. Let's see what we got. Ah, it's for the floating window. I see what you're doing. All right. Nice. No other comments. Looking good. Man, these PRs are really good. Adam, you are doing a fantastic job, bro. And NN, NLJ, all these PRs I'm looking at just are freaking Y'all are rock stars. I gotta say. I mean, we are flying today. And I'm halfway high already before I even hit start streaming. So, dude, we are good. All right. Just adding that directory if it doesn't already exist and switching that to home. Yeah. Those are good changes. I like that. We're gonna squash and merge. Oh, am I too low? Oh, you're in Serbia now. Tech Zero, I'm actually watching a guy. His name's Beastie QT, Age of Empires 4. He's a Serb. He's in Serbia. He's hilarious. I love that guy. Serbia seems like a good place. Good to see you got out of there, man. Check my last message if you can, Chris. I think I can. I can help close PRs as well if you need me to. I'm Alfonso. Oh, yeah, Pickley. I'll add you. Just so we can get a little bit... Because having just Adam go 3 here, man, I'm telling you, this has been fantastic. And I think we're going to get in such just a better spot from this. Fix SSH commands. Did I just do this one? I just did this one. Fix issues with set brightness. All right. Oh, God bless you. That's good. That set brightness is really clutch. I use it all the time on my laptop, actually. All right. Perf Paru's setup use -bin packages for faster install. What? Did I not know about the -bin? -bin sounds amazing. Use binary instead of building from source. There's an option in Paru to do this? All right, we got to see this because actually I've been using Paru wrong all these years. Oh, yeah, never mind. Yeah. He's just grabbing the .bin for the actual compile of Paru. Yeah, so instead of building from source, you're just doing that. Yeah, never mind. That's a welcome thing, but for a second I thought there was like a Paru syntax that was getting changed. Yeah, no, never mind. Already knew that. Clear the bar if user changes categories. Okay. Ah, yeah, that's a good idea. So if you have something in the search bar and then you go to a different category, yeah. Like it. Cool. Chrome, how could you, Chris? I have to test the new... what the new Google overlords are going to ram down our throats, man. For science. It hasn't been that bad. Well, there's Zen browser now too, with Arc kind of going the way of the Dodo. I think Zen browser might be another. It'll actually pull a lot more people into the Firefox ecosystem, which I think is going to be fantastic. So if you are looking for a new Firefox fork, Zen does look really, really good. So I'm like all for it. Don't allow user to bring up command desk if there is none. Ooh, yes. Some don't have description. So he's just going to block that. Yep. We should add a description for all commands alongside this. Yeah, I think that's good too. I like it. Jeev and NN going back and forth. If in empty, don't display. I agree. Lugging right along, man. Look at us. It's more of you guys, and then I'm just sitting here taking credit. But, you know, the little things. Normally, when we first started doing pull requests on Linutil, you remember I get like 3 in, and then I'd be like, all right, well, that was just a giant refactor, and we just broke all the rest of the 50 PRs. It's great. Implement dynamic auto updating word wrapping functionality for descriptions. Okay, cool. And this is an N again. Just going through that. Looks okay from a first glance. Blah, blah, blah. Got that. Wrapped it up 3 weeks ago. We got some conflicts that needs to be resolved. Let's refresh. Only thing I don't like about Zen is it has vertical tabs. That's the thing people like about it because of like the Arc S type thing. Off topic, do you prefer physical books over ebooks? Like to get a programming book? You know, I still like the physical books because, especially when it comes to programming, because I like to highlight and I like to tab. But I'm kind of old school, so. But there's a lot of times, like when it comes to physical programming books, or honestly just textbooks in general, I really like having the physical copy because you'll absorb maybe 5 to 10% of what's in that book most times. And some of it's going to be out of date, especially with technical books. So usually there's a good bit of outdated knowledge in there as things have moved along, whether the language has evolved or the system that you're reading a book on has evolved. But a lot of times the shortcuts do stay the same. And I do like physical books more in the tech sphere side of things. So call me a little old school in that regard, but I do feel like you get more benefit than just an ebook, because it's not like a fiction or a nonfiction story where your brain can really retain a lot more data. With the technical reading, you know, you can only do it in bits and pieces usually, and it's much easier just to have shortcut tabs and highlight and underline and even take notes directly. You could just get a notebook if you don't want to mark up the book itself and just write down what you're reading. Go, oh, that's really good, but these other 5 pages are trash. I'm not going to use that. And I find that's just better. Let's see. Maybe we can resolve the conflicts. Yeah. Nah, let's just leave that. All right, on to the next one. Do not exit Linutil when Q is pressed. Do not exit Linutil in confirmation prompt. What do we have here? Maybe I don't understand this one. All right. Install. I mean, they did fix the up and down scroll. J is up and K is down. I don't know how that got committed. That's pretty funny though. Somebody doesn't know their Vin bindings, whoever did that, or they just fat fingered it. I don't know if I necessarily like it. Honestly, I like to just quit out sometimes, but yes, no. I mean, I like the bug fix down here with the scroll up and down though. But I kind of like having Q and escape, to be honest with you. Can't control F a physical book. True. There's benefits to each. But you're not using the physical book to search things. Like I said, you'll use the official documentation in that regard. Like Rust, for example. Like I have a Rust book over here. If I'm looking up a confirmation or a command, I'm not going to look it up in the book, whether it's digital or physical. That command, I will just pull up the official like rust.org or whatever and search through the online manual, because that stuff will be updated in real time, where the book won't. So I just like marking things in the book, learning kind of the basis, and then for finding and updating stuff, I like to have the digital. But at the same time, rarely will use it. Official documentation will always trump this. I'll just change this a little bit. Well, that looks good, actually. I'll come back to it. Implement Fishlight tab completion. Oh, I see what you're saying, Tari. Maybe I read that wrong. I might have read that wrong. Yeah. I gotcha. Because this would, okay. Okay. Yeah, let's just approve it. Let's go. Yeah. Wasn't thinking right. Nice. We got Fishlight tag completion. Let's see what this one is for a minute. Ah, that's cool. Got a little fuzzy finder at the search. Wow. That's neat. Approved. That is very, very cool. How did he do that? Completion preview. Completion preview. Wow. Tab for complete search. Call on that function. Complete preview none. Search action exit. And then we got complete search. Bro. Cooler. Very cool. To be honest, that's pretty sick. It's true. Oh, we got some lint problems, though. What happened here? The delimiter might not be properly closed. Really? Let's just make sure I didn't screw anything up. Huh? Yeah, we're good. So we got a little bit of a lint problem. 223 in filter.rs. Let's go check that out, huh? Let's go lint rs 223. Unit tests. Wait. Yeah, okay. So down here, we got two open brackets. Close, open, close, close. That looks right to me. What about this one? No. Oh, you fixed it. Oh, okay. It was like, silly linter. All right, let's go details. All right, let's go rerun the job, shall we? Rerun it. Give me a green checkbox, please. Chris, ignore the chat as much as you can. You know, I always do, King Root. What do you think about electronics and communications engineer? I'm going back into it after leaving medical field. I want to be a jack of all trades. ADHD coming for me hard. I'm bored. Hey, man, I think that's awesome, Roz. You got to do what stimulates the mind, you know? I think that's awesome. There are some clippy issues, though. Okay. Still shouldn't have a failed lint, though, right? Oh, I see. What are the clippy issues? No value can reach this. For filter RS. I don't think that matters, right? Wait, is this duplicative? I feel like 174. Let's take a peek. 95% yapping, 5% reading. It's the standard. It is the standard. Take it easy, that one dude. Thanks for stopping by. No AI from Chris. Well, maybe. Maybe. All right, we're going into filter RS under the TUI source folder. So if we look, we're going to go, that's the core. We're going to go to the TUI source. We're going to go filter RS. And was it line 174? So let's just go up here. We're going to go line 174. Navigate to. Yep. Well, I don't know what happened there. Terrible. Oh, there is no lines 174. Inmo is saying he'll fix this PR, come back later. Okay. Never mind. He said he'll fix it. I mean, I love unit tests. Like, how cool is that? You know, some basic, just syntax unit tests, I think is just amazing. All right, continuing on. Fix Fedora time shift. Oh, freaking time shift, I tell you what. This does not make time shift Fedora only. This only makes it so time shift cannot be seen by Fedora users. Look at 773 for more information. It would be devastating. Fedora also does a different firewall. That's true. Firewall D. Yeah, instead of UFW. Very, very true. So that's good. The firewall issue is another one. I do agree with adding that. So what we can do is tabs utils. Let's go over here. Oh man, did I close that? Why do I close so much stuff? Check 888 by Mullah C. Read the description. Okay. So go core tabs util. Let's go core tabs utils. And we're going to go tab data. Let's go firewall, right? Firewall. Maybe firewall might be in services. Nope. Where the hell is that firewall at? Firewall. Yeah. All right, cool. Just gonna change that. Now for the preconditions, let's just go preconditions. So data monitor control preconditions. Preconditions there. Let's see, where else do we have preconditions? I think that should work. Or does it go before data? I think probably before. Or is it after? I think it's at before. Yeah, so something like that. Yeah, I was like, I'll check chat. I think it's fine. Oh, you already created a PR for the firewall one. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. No, I'll go grab your PR. Ang, I like it. We'll just stash it. Drop the stash. Anyways, let's approve this one. And then let's grab that other one by Ang. I hadn't gotten to the PR yet. We did have like 90 when the stream started. I think it was like 85 actually. All right, so that's pretty much it for an in. Let's go back to our fucking hell. Oh no, okay, it said 71. All right, no. Change doc repo. What do we got? Yeah, commit. You also need to automatically do user guide in the other repo, cargo test doc gen. Ah, I see. Yeah. Cool. Well, I'll come back to that. Release update script from Ang. What do we got here? Easy way to upgrade to the next version of Fedora. Not recommended by me for GNOME or KDE Spin because they support upgrades through their software store. This was not implemented as it could break systems. Make sure you tested it. Try testing the VM. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I ain't looking to break Fedora systems. What's it look like? Fedora upgrade. Should be fine. Although it depends on the system upgrade. I've seen different install how Fedora does their system upgrades sometimes is not great. And sometimes it does deviate from this. So the upgrade process itself, I don't think is very standardized. So what does that mean? I mean, I'm trying to think of what the worst case is. I don't think it would break anything though. Yeah, let's just approve it. Let's just approve it. Why not? All right, back. So I think what we're going to do here, can we sort? Oh, I like that. We're just going to sort by approved already. So people that have actually gone through and then, I like this better. Yes. I like it. Okay, cool. We're just going to go through approved and then we're going to clean up a lot of these because we've got Jeev, Ang. Oh, yeah. I've seen a lot of, okay, that's going to be better. And then we can go through the non-approved ones and just either purge them or do whatever.
Remove auto clean from system cleanup. Nala doesn't allow the auto clean command. Good to know. Thank you, Aang. So escalation, packager, getting rid of auto clean. Approved. Very solid. Is this LMG trust me bro warranty? Yeah. Yeah, that's all my projects. Trust me, bro. They're fine. Oh, I didn't know that, Adam. That's pretty cool. Well, I like it even better now. That's a different Aang. I only read the first 3 letters of people's names. No Geotan inside. Oh, I love it. Okay. On to the next. Let's refact. Encrypt packagers. What are we doing here? Remove, update from Pac-Man. Combine packagers into one as all have the same package name. Approvals across the board. We've got that. We got our OpenSSL. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same. Yeah. I almost like them separated because you just never know. They might change the package on you. I know that sounds like far-fetched, but I have seen like probably like, yeah, that's Python though. That doesn't count. They're drug users. Yeah, I think OpenSSL shouldn't change. Okay. They should be separated. They can change at any time. Yeah, I agree with you. Let's just close it. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't like improve anything by leaving it there. So let's just close that one. All right, let's go refactor fix flat pack. Yeah, it doesn't really matter either way, I think. Can I be a collaborator? Yeah, maybe. You know, we're just we're just pretty young project still. We're about 3-4 months, but you know, people that hang around for months on end and then contribute, I don't see anybody can be a collaborator. But no, I'm not just gonna hand it out willy-nilly in chat if that's what you're asking. Okay, we'll go check that out. I think I'll get to it actually in here. If you've already approved it, it'll show up in the approvals as we go through. Okay, Chris, read before merging. I love how a lot of PRs say, hey, Chris, you actually need to read this one. I mean, I'm not critiquing you. I'm just pointing out that's pretty funny. For scripts in Office that suit a common scripts path must be merged. Move Flatpak handling to common script due to path conflicts in different tabs. Added APK package manager in case Alpine Linux support 814 gets merged. Remove that. So we have a couple dependency PRs that need to be looked at first. This PR marks the first step of Flatpak decided there. Tested on Arch and OpenSUSE. Implementation is basic and be in the future. Yep. This occurs because setup pack and sourcing common script, and the source happens with the common Zoom access from the root directory. Okay. Okay, ready to be merged, blah, blah, blah. Adam signed off. I'd wait with this until other PRs that may conflict been resolved. We do have some conflicting there, but let's go over to common script pass. Let's see what this is. It looks like it's already approved as well. This is just fixing the path name. For LibreOffice and many of the Office installs, it was just actually a problem with those guys. Let's approve that. Merge. Let's come on over to Alpine. Adds basic Alpine Linux. Old APK, man. Alpine's a solid distro, man. I don't think I'd roll it for like my daily, but for like a container or a server, God bless Alpine. It is pretty darn cool. All right. Yep. And we're just adding Alpine. Man, that's a lot of stuff on Alpine. Let's just go a little faster. Just looking at APK. I'm not going to check the package names. Alpine people can let me know if we miss any of the package names. I'm just checking to see syntax and the inclusion of APK. Common script service. Check init manager. Now, what is this doing? Okay, it's checking from OpenRC from systemd. So this is going to add support for OpenRC instead of relying specifically on systemd stuff. So, okay. That's cool. I like it. Upgrade, common script service, Bluetooth control, blues. Start service, huh? Do not merge this one yet. You don't want conflicts. Okay. Just looking through it. It's a pretty big update. Having to add OpenRC support is kind of like, oof. All right, let's resolve the conflicts with this one. Flatpaks. What are we doing here? Ah, yeah. So what this should look like. Give me a second. Let me cook. It'll be fine. Ah, that's not what I wanted. There we go. That should be sufficient for the command exists. We're adding the Flatpaks. Mark it's resolved. Commit. Let that run through. Check. This one will create conflicts too. All right, well, let's keep going. Add spacing before and after the TUI titles. Sure. What do we got here? Oh, I gotcha. Adding a little space, cleaning things up. Oh, we got a little bit of a resolve here. We're starting to run into a lot more merge conflicts as we get deeper into our PRs here. What do we got? Yeah, I see what you're doing. There we go. Add a little space before and after. Let that go. This one, shell check failed. Oh, what's our shell check failing on? Shell check reported by review dog. We have globbing. Double quote to specify. Ordinary does not exist. For the flat pack one. So from here you go 1 directory, 2 directories, and then the common should be in the core tabs directory. That is correct. So if you look at our files, core tabs, common scripts right there. That's right. Shell check just having a brain fart day, maybe. Oh, no. 1, 2. No, yeah. Shell check's wrong. I don't really like how we reference shell check at the header here, but I don't know if there's a better way of doing that. Yeah, too many conflicts. I agree. This one did pass for the spacing. That was an easy fix by me to get through the conflicts. We'll add that. Moving on. Let's go feat Docker setup, Fedora support. I think Ang uses Fedora if I'm looking good. Looking good. Oh, look at that. All things checked. We got our DNF. We're adding it to Docker and down here as well. I like it. Just grabbing some Docker support for the Fedora users out there. Nice. There we go. Next up, fix common script pass. Hey, maybe this will fix the shell check thing. Oh, I already did this one. All right, Vivaldi setup. You know, it's been a while. How's Vivaldi doing on Linux, y'all? I used to use Vivaldi back in the day, and then I switched to Brave, and then I switched from Brave to Thorium, and then I switched from Thorium to Florp, and then back to Thorium, and now I'm back on Google Chrome. Now I'm like, interesting. Oh, you left a space in there. Let's see what we got. Fork, approved, suggested, drop cargo lock changes, and Chris will likely decline this PR. Don't get remove cargo lock. There are still cargo lock changes. Just do a copy paste, dude. Merge upstream, it'll fix it. Commit. Cargo lock, cargo lock. Cargo lock is cargo lock is a maddening experience for those that haven't used Rust before. Like if you don't understand it, it totally is not fun. +7, great to see you doing some developer work. Yeah, man. Gotta do the developer work, man. That's what the most rewarding thing is at the end. Sometimes I take a little break and then come back to it, but I always come back to it. The longest break I think I took was during, I think there's a WinUtil section there where I was gone, like I made it, and then I really hated my implementation of WinForms back when I first made it. And I took like a year off it. And I was just like, I just can't. The WinForms with absolute positioning was just an absolute nightmare to deal with in PowerShell. And then finally, so many people loved that utility. I was like, all right, I just got to refactor this whole thing and just restructure the entire project. And I just sat there and grinded it out after probably for about a solid week. I just dumped 40 hours, 50 hours into it. And it was like, all right, we're going to refactor WinForms, go over to WPF and do XAML and build out this whole GUI a different way. And just the rest is history. But Linutil is more community driven. WinUtil was more me, especially in the very beginning there. Like, it was all me. And I didn't have the community to lean on when I got stuck. Now, it's kind of like a massive cheat code is what open source is. I have a lot of the community where I can be like, that doesn't work right. Hey guys, I'm gonna just leave this here. If you could just take a peek at it, and then come back in like a week, and then I'll be like, sweet, it's fixed. Squash and merge. So yeah, I would definitely say from the differences between WinUtil and Linutil, WinUtil for the first 2 years was almost 100% me, and then we had the massive restructure, and then when that happened and a lot more people used it, that's when we started doing it. And I started learning GitHub a lot more, or just Git in general, really. And when I started getting the basis of Git, and then I started seeing the power of how open source works, that's when I was like, oh, I get it. Developing apps in Microslop. Yeah, man. What everybody uses, though. Do you use straight arch? Yeah, just straight arch. DWM and straight arch, man. It is my defaults of choice. Love it. Been doing it for how long have I been going? What are we at? 187 days now in this install. It's a record. Just like to get some of this done. That's merged. Vivaldi, great. Float content interface. Better responsibility and delegation from Carter. Dupe of 723, not really. Both PRs the same color, bleeding issue. It's more about stylizing. We already merged the other one. Yeah, we already merged color bleeding. So then Alfonso, what you did in 633. Got you. Rebase any changes to the PR branch. In August, I was creating floating content, floating text trucks. Okay. Docs generation, and we do have a conflict here. Let's look at the conflict. Yeah, agreed. +7. That's totally my take. People get real emotional about a lot of tech decisions, like what operating system you're using, what display manager or desktop environment, and all these other things. And yeah, you should just use what works for you. If that means it's Mac, if it's Windows, if it's DWM, if it's KDE, if it's even GNOME. Ew, gross. Blech, maybe not GNOME. You should probably switch from GNOME. No, nobody likes GNOME. And then, but if it works for you, just use that. I think that's great. It's a good point. It's a good point. I do like GNOME. I know. I like to say it tongue in cheek. Fat bastard. Thanks for the gift. Gifted sub. Ew, Windows. Yeah, I've had a lot of people contact me on that one. I had a good friend text me the other day. He's like, dude, I don't think you're going to get a sponsorship from Microsoft after that video. And I was like, I don't think I was getting a sponsorship from Microsoft before that video either. So I think we're safe. Now how this is changing, I'm not going to actually merge this just yet. Let's just go back. Oh, this is 15 minutes ago. Let's just reload. Nate, thanks for the raid. We're working on a Linux utility over here. It's written in Rust, but it's a culmination of a lot of bash scripts for any new raiders. We've been working on it for a couple months now. It is a TUI, terminal user interface, and it does all Linux tasks in a very, very fast way to where you don't have to like memorize commands. It's distro agnostic, so it'll work Fedora, Debian, Arch, and all derivatives. So we've been working on this for a little bit. We have like a little search. So like, let's say we want to do like a system update or a cleanup. You can do that and be like, okay, let's go full system update. Yes. And then it'll go through and do like a top grade and all kinds of stuff. This is just Alacrity with DWM as the window manager in Linux. So I don't really do anything too fancy here. Linutil for Nix OS win. Yeah, the tricky thing about Nix is most things are done in the, like the etc config directory. And unless you use Home Manager, which I don't particularly like Home Manager with Nix OS. I really do love just adding everything in through a config.nix file and configuring it that way. But to each his own, you know. But I do like my Nix setup. I do need to revisit it at some point in time. I mean, like, you created a custom multiplexer for this 2i. Oh, yeah. It's all custom. I'm not using tmux or anything. So, yeah, this is all written in Rust. So, a lot of people develop projects, and you see this especially in the, like, when they distribute stuff like NM UI, Network Manager 2e. What they do a lot of times is they use Whiptail and other things. Now, Whiptail would have been much easier, and we wouldn't have to build an entire front end for it like we did here. But it's ugly. It's really ugly. Like, come on. The gray with the red highlights and stuff, I was just like, ew. That's gross. I want something like it's a little more fancy, and you can do this. And you can run this tool in a full-blown TTY console as well. So you don't actually need to be in a graphic, you don't have to even log in. You can be in just straight console headless like SSH if you wanted, and not have a GUI or actually a display manager or anything loaded. So this way works pretty darn good. DWM is fancy for some people. True. The i3 users out there. The smooth brains, as we like to call them. Shots fired. I kid. Heck, like Primogen and a lot of those guys, they all use like Pop! OS with i3. Why? Why do you do that to yourself? And I get it. It does have sensible defaults, and they don't really have to do much in configuration or setup. So I get it. It's just gross. Once you've been enlightened past the i3 interface and you go into other window managers, you just can't go back. Once that door is opened, there's just no going back. But some people are like, hey, it works for me, and I'm just going to use i3 on like Pop! OS. I'm like, hey, You do you. I get it. If it works for you. I'm going to judge you just a little bit. But that's okay. All right, sweet. So we do a full system update. I kid. Use what works for you, you know? Okay, so we have that going. This one, I think we... Oh, no, the conflicts did get resolved. I saw Carter pushing to this PR, so let's take a peek again. He's expanding guide, user guide, confirmation. Let's come down here. So we're doing prelude, widgets, list, getting rid of block borders clear, and then layout alignment looks like it's getting purged as well. But this is just the confirmation file, so it should be okay. Man, that's a lot of consolidation, though. All right. And then under the float, this is getting expanded with style, text, and widgets. Top title, bottom title. Chris starts in 32 minutes, yeah. All right, then we got block. Huh? I like that change. That's a... That's a rather large change here. Just gonna have to look, and we're gonna have to test this. We're gonna have to probably check this one out. Yeah. All right. Sounds good, Adam. Yeah. That's a pretty big change for the float content interface. I was sitting here going, yeah, some consolidation's good, but I'm not 100% sure. We're going to have to double check on that. We already merged the other one that this addressed as well. Now, this was approved here, but we do have a lot more commits to this from Carter after the approval from Adam last week. So let's I'm gonna let the checks go. Let's see what else do we have in here. We could probably look at some scripting fixes, like the better FS issue. That should be just a simple shell fix. So I'm gonna go to shell. Anything touching Rust we're not gonna mess with, while Adam does some checks on our Rust side of things. So we do have an Arch Tighter Better FS issue that I'm very aware of. I just didn't have any time to look at it. So what was the fix? In Arch Server Setup Shell Script, under 2, there was an extra space. So that should be anything. Space cleanup, space cleanup. Yep. All right. No changes, no changes. No changes, no changes. Here we go. The meat and potatoes is coming into here. Better FS for the file system. We got -F format. Mount. You're removing the label of root. I don't think that would fix it though. Maybe. So we create the partition right there. We mount it. Sub volume setup. $889. Okay. Let's read the description. Switching it to UUIDs insteed of labeling. So here's the problem with UUIDs during the Arch setup with BetterFS. The UUID actually changes when you go from the live to the install. Because this is being set up outside of the CH root. And then when you jump into the CH root, I believe the UUID changes. I remember running into an issue, and I remember the reason why I did it with labeling was because of that. So let's take a peek here. Let's check that description one more time, Jeeve. Timeshift does not support labels. Shit. Well, if it doesn't support labels, we might have an issue. But maybe not. With BetterFS, let's see. Does it change anything with EXT? That's probably the biggest thing here. So this is going to screw with my EXD side of things. That probably doesn't need to be changed if we had to. And the gen F stab from L to U. Have you tested this, Jeeve? Because I want to say originally I did build with UUIDs in the Arch server setup, and it gave me issues when I did it with UUID, because I want to say that was one of the very first things I did. So I'm real protective of the Arch setup script or server setup script, mainly because a lot of times I spent so long on it. I think it was like a 10 or 12 hour stream that we did to finalize it and kind of get it all up to date. All right, let's test it again. I like it. But yeah. Yeah, so that's why. So mostly just formatting fixes and then changing from labels to UUIDs because Timeshift doesn't support partitions with labels. I don't think that was the problem with BetterFS though. Actually, I think did I install it on here? What did I do here? NVMe ext4 on this one. So the problem was not that. The actual sub-volume level was incorrect. The level should have been 256 and above. And I believe when it creates the partitions in the sub-volume and tries to mount them, it mounts it at a level 5. So the actual level is incorrect. So it might be a combination of two things. I don't think this will fix it. It might be a part of the fix though. And it's kind of a complex issue. Probably the easiest way is just to show it. Yeah, so how BetterFS works is there's different levels in the sub volume. And oh geez, do we already have? We might actually already have done one. Let's see. Oh, hell yeah. All right, this one I think I did in BetterFS. Using it. So let's come into here and I'll show you the issue with BetterFS. Ah, perfect. Okay, let's go set font Tur V24B, 26B. Do I not have Terminus fonts on here? Lame. Okay. This is very bare bones. Oh no, I think I'm gonna leak my password there. Don't write that down, y'all. Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. Just so y'all can see. The big thing with this is better FS. Nah, this is ext4. All right, well, let's just make a new one. Let's go forward. We'll just go downloads and Arch Linux. Do we have a new Arch Linux? What was the last Arch Linux we got? 10.1. That's fine. We'll just use that. Arch Linux. We'll go 10 Gs. We're going to change the topology on that CPU anyways. Arch Linux. Better FS. Customize. Let's do a bridged network. Finish. For the topology, let's manually set that. Let's go 1 socket. Let's go 5 cores, 2 threads. Go a total of 10 vCPUs. We're going to create this up. And then we will see the old Linutil project from a TTY console build. And I'm going to show this BetterFX issue. Yeah, I don't think so either, Snow. So let's we'll do a curl fizzle. christitus.com/Linux. Pipe that into SH. Give it a second. Bridge networking for some odd reason on my QEMU takes like a little bit. You just gotta have to let it sit for a second and then it'll do it. Let's go Arch server setup. Let's go Titus. Super secure password. Arch. Better FS. Let's go there. SSD. Better FS. American Chicago. US standard. And now let's let it build. So Arch should set up in about 2 minutes. It's a pretty fast setup. Oh, yeah. We could do that, Adam. We could set it up in the Arch thing. Arch super stable. I wouldn't say super stable, but pretty stable. I've been running it for a year with almost not a single glitch. That's awesome. Yeah, honestly, Snow, I've had pretty much the same experience. It's very, very good. What is your audio setup in your VMs? Non-existent. No, I think geez, what was I using for Looking Glass, y'all? Because that's what I end up playing all my games on when I'm out here. If I need like a Windows-esque environment, I'll just do the PCI pass-through. For my audio on that though, might just be passing through. I can't remember. I use BetterFS and Snapper just in case. Yeah. I'm always interested in seeing the different ones. There's Snapper, Back in Time, Time Shift. There's a lot of really cool backup tools that are FOSS. Back in Time, I think, is really neat, but I really need to hunker down and build a config file for it. But once you build like a really good config file for Back in Time, when I'm on like my K-Focus laptops, that's what they default to. And the team at K-Focus set up an entire configuration for Back in Time, which is pretty awesome. So I kind of wanted to take a look at that. All right, here we go. So if we look at this, let's, I'm going to add Terminus font. Yes. Yeah, we'll give it a second. There we go. Okay, so with that, Terminus font, yes. Set font, ter v24b, clear. All right. The big thing we want to check is BetterFS. Let's go sudo pacman BetterFS. I think it's utils. Util. What the hell was it? Progs. Such a stupid name for a package. Yeah. So be it. BetterFS team just want to make it difficult for folks. It's a weird looking Ubuntu. Yeah, that's weird. What's been Alacrity not launching? Yeah, well. Whatever. All right. Now, BetterFS list subvol subver. Oh, BetterFS sub v list. So here's the problem. The big issue here is you see the level 5 for the creation of at home and such. So if you do a cat etc fs tab, I wanted to show this just so people have a better understanding of the problems with BetterFS creation in the Arch Titus server install. When we look at it, you can see exactly what it's doing for the mount point. And it's mounting subvol at home. And if you look at the top level, it's mounting 2. That level should be 256, but it's not. The level's 5, which is incorrect. That means it's not an actual sub volume, but like a master volume, or I don't know what the hell they call it, but it's incorrect. That level should be 256. ZFS is kind of a pain in the ass. There's like kernel issues that you need to account for. There's obviously the licensing with Oracle. The ZFS is awesome. Don't get me wrong. It is by far the best file system in the world, in my opinion. It's just kind of a pain in the ass to set up. Maybe, I mean, honestly, BetterFS is not much more of a pain in the ass based on this, but it's, yeah, issues. So this is the main issue with BetterFS. So when you remove the labels, it fixed this right here. All right, Jeeve, let's do it. Let's go. Let's approve it. And worst case, we could always revert. right? Yeah. We're going to merge this BetterFS issue. Let's just go ahead and create a pre-release. Hey, we're almost like 40 PRs deep. We're doing good. 890. Okay, 890. Yeah, I'm about to do a pre-release, Adam. Enable colors and the Easter egg and net pack. Ah, yeah, little pack. Okay, cool. What do we got? Oh, I got you. 105.44, so it wants to glob the num options. Yeah, whatever. Sure. Okay, 889 next. We can do that. All right, let's go 889, fix repo. What do you have here? It's just user guide. Oh, you get rid of cargo lock. We always go back and forth with freaking cargo lock, dude. It's like the most maddening thing. All right. What happened with my alacrity? Do I have another terminal is the question. Terminal. Oh, we have Terminator. That's not how you spell alacrity. Alacrity. I think that's it, right? Why isn't my alacrity working? What the world? Nah, I don't see any like terminal issues. What the hell? Whatever, we'll just use Terminator for now. It's all good. Cool. Yeah, so if we do a pkill alacrity, it's fine, but I can't. Raw message, bad value, integer parameter out of operation, bad attribute. What the hell is that? What did I do to break my alacrity? I haven't even changed anything. Give me the solution, Sonnet. The bad value usually indicates that some X11 parameter is out of acceptable range. Your X11 config, your monitor's resolution or scaling settings, and you're on the latest version of alacrity. Huh. Oh, we updated our system. Oops. I forgot I did the full system update. All right, well, let's just give it a reboot. What were we saying about Arch? Yeah. I forgot about the full system reboot. I bet we just need to give it a restart. Should be fine. Totally fine. Adam's PR. I blame Adam. It's all Adam's fault. I love it. Titus Tech. Have you ever used GPO? Bro, I've been a system admin for 20 years. I've done everything you can do with group policy objects. And I do mean everything. Damn well I've used the GPO. I've had to clean up people's misuse of GPOs, which is maddening. There's always that one technician that does like 50 changes into one GPO, and I'm like, yeah, no, you could have broken this out into like 5 or 10 different things for each thing that it was actually trying to do. So then we're not sitting here trying to edit one frickin' GPO that has a gajillion changes. Anyways, sorry. Small rant about Windows. I just saw that question, triggered me. PTSD, just like, oh, I remember that. All right. Did that fix our... Yeah, I fixed Alacrity. Yeah, I think it was just something with the update. I was like, wait a second. We did a full system update. I bet that did something. I bet that broke it. It did. Alrighty. All right, and let's go back to LinUtil. Did we merge that 889? I can't remember. Oh, I think I had problems. No, we did. We did. No, I think Kalen was still looking at something there. The LinUtil. Pull those changes. Git stash drop. Cargo run. All right, cool. This is looking gravy. And was there anything else I need to check before this pre-release, Adam? I can't remember. All right. I think this will be fine. Seems to work just fine. Let's do a pre-release. We're going to go actions, pre-release. Oh, we do need to do like a DWM stream. I got to fix this up. 792? Okay, Jeeve. Let's take a look. Let's go 792. That should be on page 2. We're getting through some of this stuff. All right, 792. Separate preview from LinUtil release. Separate preview generation from LinUtil release. Auto runs with LinUtil release workflow. Do we want to do this? All right, let's see what the changes are. Okay, build artifacts. Yep. Okay. Getting rid of that. That's cool. So this is the changes to linutil.yaml, which I'm totally cool with. Yeah, that's fine. And then we got the preview. Run ID for linutil release. Run workflow. Spitting the ID out, downloading artifacts. Set environment. Ah, okay. When the preview generation fails, it makes sure there's a pre-release. I'm just looking here. I see us pulling like the GitHub token, and I was just double checking everything in my brain. I forget what release it was. They were pulling the GitHub token, and then they were trying to echo the token, so then they could steal my API key. I was like, oh, that's nice. So I did have one of those once. I think that was that on Linutil or was that on WinUtil? I do remember that we did run into a release like that. So anytime I see like GitHub token secrets, I'm always like, what's going on here? What are we doing? I don't know what it was, Adam. It was a new contributor. It was like their first commit. And then I just saw what the commit was for a GitHub workflow. And I was like, what the F? It was hilarious. There's a bunch of people that commented on it before I even got to it too. Yeah, I understand the GitHub token. Just anytime it's pulled into a workflow, I just double check to see exactly how it's being utilized. Like, it's fine. I don't honestly, I don't even think it needs the token. I don't even think it's actually using it. It may when it comes to the build artifacts, but I don't see this getting pushed back. Oh no, here's the upload. Either way, it's fine. Okay, so now let's try to run that linutil release. Now, is this a condition of the preview? I think it should grab. Does this launch the preview? I remember, I think it was in YY that did the preview build. But I could be wrong there. Yeah, I don't see preview getting run if we look at linutil preview. This is, you got workflow. Okay. Whenever this is run and is completed, it goes ahead and makes the preview. Okay. So when we run this, it should chain and go into the preview after. Okay. Adam did the preview GIF. I couldn't remember who did it. So let's go this one. Let's run it. And then we're going to just sit here on actions. So what you should see is the release should have a green checkbox. Boom, release is done. It'll pop up a pre-release in our releases section. And then right after the releases, you should see linutil preview. And this is going to regenerate that image after this is complete. So let's give it a minute to do this. The build process is a little bit slow. And I do need to start checking some of this out. One of these days, I'm going to get to the Pi. I got the Pi 5 here. It's been sitting in a box ever since it was released. And I still haven't. I got it like right next to me on the desk. And I still have yet to actually use this thing. First world problems. Still on Arch, man. Still on Arch. Yeah, I saw all the Pi 5, Pi KVMs. I mean, out of band access is really neat. The Pi 5? I was building out an environment with it because the actual Pi stuff that it comes with from like the Pi image is kind of bulky and kind of nasty looking. Like the XFCE looks like garbage, and I'm just not a big fan. So what I end up always doing is doing a full-blown overhaul of it. So I'd probably just do DWM with this. One, it'll look better than what the Pi one is, and it will be faster because it doesn't have nearly the overhead of all the extra garbage that the Pi people put on it. Darren, thanks for the resub. 8 months of tier 1. All right. Going well. Going well. How are you doing? Just getting over. I've been yapping around and started the stream out with a numb mouth because of a dental appointment, and now I've worked through all that, and now I'm starting to get a little bit of pain in my jaw. But all good. All right, there's our build out. That we got that. It went through. Let's go check the summary. Actions. We should see the preview build going through. Let's see the generation of the preview. We should start to see run actions, and then let's take a look at this failure. Failure. Use a fail. Oh wait, here we go. Artifact not found. Linutil-artifact. Please ensure the artifact is not expired, and the artifact you're uploading could be compatible with the toolkit upload artifact. All right, then. Either way, does not matter. We're basically splitting out the generation preview. I can take a look at that later. I don't really care right now. We got this. We should have the release. Have you upload? Well, okay, so here's our pre-release, 1031. We got features, man, look at this. That's looking good. Looking really good. Did we do all this? 783. Oh, yeah. Shit, that's a lot of PRs. Yeah. That's just a lot of work. All right. My word. Cool. Well, this is the Linux dev branch, I believe. So we should be able to go Linux dev, launch this, and then we'll test out the install. So let's go. Yeah. Well done, Adam. Thank you, sir. All right, we're going to go Arch Linux again, the famous 2-minute install. We'll just change this around a little bit. Go with the new BetterFS test. You know what? I'm just going to use NAT for this one. We're not going to use Bridge. Screw it. We're not going to need to interface with this at all. So we're just going to start that virtual network and begin install. Tired of waiting for the network to come up. with NAT, we should get instant networking. It's just we can't communicate with it direct. Okay, so let's do a curl fizzle. Titus.com/Linux dev. Sweet. Forgot to pipe that into an SH. Got that. Now let's go Arch server setup. Yes. Arch better FS. Yes, yes, better FS. Chicago, US. Key, and off we go. All right, Jeeve 791 needed to be merged along with that. Oh no, did I not? Let's go pull request. 791. Let's take a wait while Arch Linux installs in the background. Remove unnecessary auto commit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were moving this. The binaries didn't change at all. We were just moving it to the subfolder for some odd reason. I forget why we were doing that back in the day. Yeah, anyways, yes. Beautiful. Let's do it. That's funny. It's just a workflow, so it's not going to affect the release at all. Yeah, it doesn't get committed either way. Before, when we first launched the project, for like the first month, we had the build project. Shoot, I think we even had cache files in there and stuff too. It was pretty, it was pretty nasty. Gav, thanks for the Prime. 2 months now. Yeah, buddy. Let's go. All right, Arch should be finishing up here any second now. Yeah, let me know what you see on the preview workflow there, Adam. See if we have any errors. GitHub workflows can be pretty aggravating, I will say. One, you guys know how much I hate YAML anything. YAML's awful. You should feel bad about using it. And then the second thing is just how those GitHub actions work. They're just so constrained, and those virtual environments can be a little tricky to work with. Usually whenever I'm working with them, you'll just see like the commit log, and it's just like commit, upload 1, commit 2, commit 3, commit 4. I'm like, okay, I think I finally got it. And it's like usually 10 commits down the road before I'm like, okay, I really need to set up a local environment to test those GitHub actions, but well. All right, let's reboot, see what we get on our Arch. All right, sudo pacman. Let's make it so everyone can see what we're doing. What you added. Damn it, Adam. You broke it at it. I love candy and multi-lib not recognized. You done messed up, bro. Anyways, let's see what the better FS is, actually. Hey, we can't all be perfect all of the time, right? All right, not fast fetch. We need... What do we need? Okay, better FS progs. All right, and then better FS sub V list roots. Run that as super user. Yeah, still the same problem. Level 5 root. Time shift may work, but it's not gonna. I don't think that's still proper because this level should be 256 instead of level 5. Fairly certain that's true. Yeah, that's fine, Adam. So, it's progress though. I think time shift might not error out, but it's still, yeah, better FS is still not setting up right. I didn't think it would because I was like, oh, I need to really look at that. I just haven't had any time. So let's delete this one and we will recreate the pre-release. What do you got, Caleb? Can we get Unity Shield docs? Can we get... How can I shut down computers that are connected to a domain automatically with a GPO? Oh, sure. Like, I wouldn't even do it with a GPO though. I would do probably, God bless, it's been a minute. Give me a second. I used to actually run a GPO every night to reboot everybody's computer just because they would never log out of anything. And I was tired of backups failing because shadow copies were all screwed up. Or shadow copies would eventually get screwed up because people had files open for like weeks on end. Probably like just a straight up batch file, and I would issue remote reboot command batch file. Yeah, something like this. This is what you need, Caleb. So you do like a shutdown -m for mobile or external basically. And this is the actual like net BIOS identifier or the name of it on the network. So like this PC would be the host name, which is main PC. Obviously this is Linux, so this wouldn't work, but in Windows it would, especially if it was coming from like a domain controller. So if it's connected to the domain, you do a batch file. You could throw all the devices in here. So the toggles here, the -m, / and then the device. You have a -r for reboot. If you wanted this to shut down, I believe it's just -s. And then the -t1 is time 1. You could specify a longer time if this is like after hours and most people should be out of the office, or if you just say screw it, I don't want any timer, you could just go T0. T1's kind of pointless in my opinion. I'd either go T0 or like T60 or T90 for 60 seconds and 90 seconds respectively. And then an out file computers right here just kind of says what, gives you a little bit of a log. But yeah, this is what you want. You could also pipe it through like a for loop with a list, all kinds of different ways to do it. 891, sure. Let's take a look. Cargo lock fixes. Prevents the cargo lock tear. Yeah, we've gone back and forth about removing cargo lock from the repo for so long. I was like, well, it might be good. No, it might not be. It's good for some stuff. And I mean, there's people that say it's good. Some people that say it's bad. Cargo lock's just like one of those things. And let's fix the I love you candy in there. Submit that. Merge. I don't even. It'll be fine. Yeah, Loop TJ got it right there. Just copy Loop TJ's comment. 892. Drift, how's it going? Did we already get, what's 892? Was that an issue or pull request? I don't see either. 892. No. I do not see that. Should we go ahead and bump? Let's finish the Dependabot stuff. Oh, actually, Jeeve was the one that pushed this one through. I think I actually closed it out when it first popped. Let's go. Heck, let's just bump these Dependabots real fast. Do we have any other dependencies in here? Yeah, here we go. Ooh, 68% compatibility on the typos. Yeah, but you approved it. Let's go. What else we got? Tree sitter highlight. Unknown compatibility. Works no issues. Let's go. Pull request. Any other ones in here? Clap. Let's get clap going. 92% should be fine. Clap 4520. Yep. Okay, so all that should be good. Getting rid of a couple more pull requests in here. Skip installation of Fedora. That seems like what's needed. Did I look at this one earlier? I feel like I did. Maybe not. Just picking random pull requests now too. All right, let's go run the preview workflow. Oh, look. Feet, JetBrains workflow. Let's get through some pull requests. Pull requests. Yeah. More. All right, let's do another release. Did I delete the last release? I did not. Well, let's dump that. Let's go actions. Man, it's been a month since our last release. Dude, I've been slacking. I apologize. But we're getting stuff done today. You just need to go to the dentist, man. All right, here we go. Yeah. Adam, you know what's really maddening? This might anger you a little bit, but I saw you spam in chat, and I was just like, I'm gonna do it anyways. I don't know why. I don't know why. There's just like this chaotic bone in my body that's like, but I'm like that kid. You set a big old red button in front of him and just say, don't push this. I push it every time. Yeah, I just like pushing the big red button. It's just fun. I probably could cache that release a little bit better. What did the preview look like? It looks like it's failed 5 minutes ago. Oh, but it did get farther. It had a 2-minute runtime on it. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I should have tested this. We just pushed all those versions. Ah, but it works. Okay, good. It's like, I probably should have tested that before we did the release. But alas, we did not. All right, let's go to actions. Once the release goes through, preview should happen. That should be our new build for now. Yeah, I was in the middle. I was just merging PRs like mad. I actually got to run, Caleb, but I'll look at the docs later. See if I can't get it going. I don't know. I've never actually implemented simplex chat. Want to see something cool? 836. You are mad. Not merging like mad. You are just mad. Yeah. Fair. This is a fair point. Crazy, weird. I've been called all these things in my life. That's just normal for me. Par for the course. Here we go. Generate us a preview, shall we? What's the over-under on this actually working? It's a cool idea. For those that don't know, this is auto-generating a video file for us that is showcasing what the latest linutil looks like. So you see all these sleep commands. It's doing a sleep and then down, down, /. Now we've gone into search, waited 200 milliseconds, type system cleanup, sleeping 1 more second, entering 1-1, sleeping, typing yes, and then it lets it sleep for 15 seconds. It's spamming the screen with the system cleanup right now. After 15 seconds, it should be done, and then generate the whole preview. This is so cool. It's a very neat script because it's essentially a bot that is making a movie right now. A very short movie, mind you, but a movie nonetheless. And I think that's cool in GIF form. You know, I forgot to tell everybody this, and I feel like, I don't know, this past like 2-3 weeks, I feel like I've just been creating content to make people throw tomatoes at me. So let's just pile on that theme. I think everyone for all web content should make WebM files. WebM files are so superior to JPEG, PNG, and GIF. It's the future. It's just so much better. So I know everyone hates WebM, But after like seeing what WebM does, I'm like, I don't think I can use anything else now. WebM is so much better than PNG. So much. Or yeah, WebP, sorry. Whatever. WebM, WebP, same difference. And it's just so darn efficient that if you're uploading and displaying content on the web, you almost have to do that. Did this not work? Oh, sad face. The upload preview didn't work. Oh, it's an updated reference. Changes must be made through a pull request. Ah, yeah. You can't override the submit. So we have a protected repo here. That's why it's blocking this. It does work, though. I wonder what's the best way to omit a GitHub action from doing the commit. Could we do like a force? Yeah, some ideas there. Yeah. Yeah, WebP, man. WebP is amazing. Like, everyone should just use WebP. Yeah, I don't know. Did I break enough today? Maybe. All right, y'all. Well, let's let everybody go. We have the pre-release done. 1031. Lots of features, lots of bug fixes, refactoring, UX, UI designs. We updated GitHub Actions. There's a lot of updates to the dependencies in Rust. We have done just a ton of pull requests. So I'm going to let this simmer for a little bit. Go test it out. christitus.com/linux/dev build. That will get you where it'll launch it. One other thing I just noticed, it did not build the Arch 64-bit support. So screwed that up on the GitHub Actions change to the release. So sad face. But anyways, ARM support is missing from this release, but we really haven't even tested ARM support. So we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Yep. Something I fat fingered and deleted something there. That's okay. Yeah, I think we'll do that, Adam, but let's test it for a day. I like to sit on these pre-releases for at least 24 hours and kind of have people go through them, test them a little bit, and then once it's tested and everyone's like, okay, that's not breaking anything, then I usually push it to a main release. That's just kind of how I do it. And WinUtil is kind of how I want to do it over here, is just let it sit in a pre-release state for a little bit, and then I'll just go through and do an edit, wipe out the pre-dash on it, and then change it to the latest release, and then that will be the latest release. So I basically changed the pre-release into a stable release once it has a little bit of testing behind it. Yeah, Zen browser is based on Firefox. Kind of reminds me of Arc. It's like Arc for Firefox, which is nice because Arc, I think, is dying, or it's the developers are moving on or something. So a lot of people love the Arc browser, but they're like, yeah, I think we need to make money and this isn't working for us, so we're going to switch projects or something. Also, we need to have the ARC on it or not have it, because I can't just remove the ARM version from the AR package. Okay, we'll just add it, Adam. Just do a PR. I'll jump on later tonight, and we'll merge some more stuff, and we'll redo it. If I can get it before 7 p.m. tonight, maybe. I gotta still go eat and hopefully get a workout in. I haven't worked out in like a week. Well, I did a bike ride, but I don't think that counts. I haven't done weightlifting in a week, so I'm behind the times. I've just been a big slacker, and I am going to remedy that. But thanks all today for jumping in. It was a blast going through all this, having a good time. getting a pre-release, getting some Linutil action done. I'm going to come in after hours, and I think we're going to clean up some more stuff, get more of it done, and try and get these pull requests in a more manageable state, and hopefully stay on top of it. I think with the help of Adam and a couple other contributors out there, I think we're gonna do good, because this looks amazing, so much better than past Linutil streams where I got in and I like merged 1 or 2 pull requests and I'm like, I'm done. This is by far the best Linutil stream we've done thus far. So big shout out to all the contributors that have done good pull requests, and it feels like it's in a much better state than the last time we got that. Where should we raid, Adam? You pick. Where are you sending everybody? YouTube. See you guys later. I'm going to go ahead and drop you off, and Twitch and I will go raid somebody. Deuces.